Hi flames, welcome back to my channel. So today's reading is going to be about religious trauma. We have pile 1, pile 2 and pile 3. The cards will be on the thumbnail so you'll be able to pick more clearly. Pile 1. So we are going to tap into this religious trauma. Now I feel like your religious trauma at this time has a lot to do with witchcraft. I actually feel like it goes back centuries, like past lives that I even feel like I might not even be able to access fully. But I see like this is all about witches who were hung, witches who were taken from, feminine energy that was taken from as a whole. And I see that tombs, the dead, are very significant. But I'm hearing like a desecrated church. I'm hearing like desecrated grave. Like I almost feel like you never got to rest fully in your past life because you were taken from. I'm actually seeing that you are a part of a huge coming of witchcraft. Like I'm seeing when witchcraft first became a thing, you were in the immediate group. Or I'm seeing like it is very stemmed to like a small group of witches that were taken from, that were demonized. Like this could even be like you being a part of a cult or like a small group of witches as well. But I feel like you almost gained like a sisterhood in a past life here. And I feel like I'm seeing like even hocus pocus come through. Like this very big energy of like you lost your energy, you lost your sister's energy. I'm seeing like you lost sisterhood. It was taken from. And I'm seeing your religious trauma is a lot to do with reconnecting with the earth, reconnecting with the principles of the earth, first and foremost. And I feel like your voice was really silenced here. Like, I almost felt like people even desecrated your grave because it's like they did not want you to come back. And I feel like in this life, you are really pushed to be silent. You are pushed to not speak up. You are pushed to live in this like very shadowed place. And I feel like you are here to break that cycle. What is pile 1's religious trauma here? You are here to restore balance. Look, that literally spun from reverse to upright. You are here to restore and reclaim your witchhood, your partnerships, your sisterhood in this world. You are here to even teach people about witchcraft. You're here to teach other people that it is safe to be yourself. And it doesn't even have to do with witchcraft. It could be to do with building your own temple in this life, your own community, your own way and means of living. And I feel like this is what you've came back for. And I feel like you may even feel like very mournful around certain periods or certain dates here. But I am seeing like it is like almost like a mission that you are creating here to restore balance within your money, restore balance within the way that you connect with others. Because I feel like a part of your religious trauma has really taken from community. It has taught you that like I cannot connect with other people because they do not respect my values. They do not respect who I am. They take from me or they bind me to truths or false truths that aren't even my own. And I feel like it's like a very big thing for you to reconnect with a place of community, to build your own, to build money, to build success here. From the value of your principles, it's not even about the money, I feel. It is about what you choose to restore within yourself. And I feel like a part of your energy, pile 1, you are actually restoring a business or a community, money here. You're restoring this temple, this value. You may even create your own temple. You are here to connect like further than just like the outside materialisms. I'm seeing you're here to literally like reconnect with your soul, with your values. I see a buck in the soil here. I'm seeing like you could have like buried a book, or like this is like symbolism of your knowledge being buried, but it's almost as if like you always knew you were going to come back and claim it. Now, one of the things that you're going to gain in this life is a partnership if you don't have one already. But it's not just about the partnership that you create for yourself. It's about getting to the truth of who you are. Because I'm seeing part of your religious trauma has taught you to feel confused about your own beliefs, around what you think is right and wrong in this world. This could even be like scales, like moral energy, good and bad. It's almost as if like you are deeply connected with trying to find the right thing for yourself so you can gain momentum. But what I'm seeing is this religious trauma in this past life literally took from you so much that it had you doubting the everyday things that you do. And I feel like right now you could be in a place where you're feeling very lost. You're feeling like you have your knowledge, but it's almost as if you are struggling to build from this. And I do feel like a part of this energy is because you are supposed to regain your sisterhood. You are supposed to change what the original temple that you built in this past life was. And this temple represents your beliefs, other people's beliefs, like lack of discrimination. Like you are here to create and cultivate something here. That is what I feel around this like desecrated church. It's not even about you getting to relive your past life. It is about you changing the ways of other people. And I feel like the only way that you can do that is when you are fully yourself, when you embrace yourself. And I feel like you are going to start learning to stop looking outside of yourself or looking at other people's beliefs for guidance. And you are learning to follow your intuition so you can ignite forwards. That is what I feel. Because I feel like if you keep holding yourself back because of other people, you are only going to slow down the progress of you. Like, let me make it clear, the religious trauma that you've gone through where people have always told you to shadow who you are is not what you're here to create. You are here to restore your own belief system, because it was your own original belief system that created the temple in the first place. It was freedom of speech, freedom of your mind, but it's not even just about having your own opinion. It is about being unconditionally yourself. And I feel like right now you are held back, especially in your voice, in your vision, in your authority. And it's almost as if like you are restoring this light within yourself. You are saying, I dare to rise. And you know what else I also see? I see that your religious trauma, even within the energy of witchcraft as a whole, has taught you to build something within the ground up, but that is not what you are building here. It almost feels like even when it comes to witchcraft, you are still worshipping other people's values. And I feel like you're about to detach from this, to create your own way, to go on your own journey of finding what actually you want to create in this world, what you believe in. Because I feel like it's not about restoring this church. It is about restoring your own belief system on light. And I feel like what is happening here is you are restoring belief. You are shining a light on everything that you even thought was stable. And it's like as this light comes out, you are realizing the church that you've been looking at, or the beliefs that you've been holding, whether it be about yourself or witchcraft or your religious trauma as a whole, your religion, you are realizing, whoa, like this doesn't even look like how they said it did. You are literally shining a full 360 light on your religious trauma, on everyone else's beliefs, and you are saying, you know what, I am daring enough to go and choose my own way anyway. You are choosing change in this world. You are choosing to recreate. You are choosing to rebirth your own energy, not other people's. I love and appreciate you, Pole 1. Pole 2. I feel like your religious trauma is really about you getting to awaken who you truly are. I am seeing you are a leader. You are not someone that should be held back. You are not even a worshipper. And I feel like a part of your soul's mission around religious trauma in this life is really about ridding the energy of worship and starting to unlock and unveil this energy where you get to speak your truth. Other people get to be the ones that rise instead of worshipping. That is what I feel like. I feel like there is this almost cliche energy coming in around what you should and shouldn't worship when it comes to religious trauma. And I'm seeing that you were a religious leader's bride or significant other, even like devotee, like I'm seeing disciple here. That is what I see around your religious trauma. I see followers. I see people who did all the work while the spiritual leader got to read a book. That is literally what I see. I see traditions here that are crumbling down because they do not serve anyone anymore, at least of all you. You are here to rid this energy of, especially in your life, around having to always give other people your power or give external beings and sources your power. And you are here to literally tap into your own principle in life. You are here to create your own rituals. Even when it comes to witchcraft, let me tell you, you are here to dismantle it all. And I feel like your religious trauma is all about having to be the perfect devotee, having to worship other people, and there is a part of you in your soul that just doesn't resonate with that. You do what you're told because you try to be respectful, but your religious trauma is saying stop being respectful. That doesn't mean disrespect to gods and deities, but it means it is time for who you truly are to awaken. That is what I feel. And I see like it's you now reading this book. It's you realizing that you are reading or creating your own world when it comes to worship, when it comes to devotion. And it's almost as if like I see people in your ear, whether it's external sources or just like mirrors around you, telling you like, oh, you should do this, or like the only way to properly perform a spell is doing it this way. And I'm seeing your energy, Five of Pentacles, literally saying, like, I want to create my own way. And with the Five of Pentacles, this is exactly what it is. Your religious trauma had you very rejected, abandoned. It had you as a side piece, as a chess piece, a pawn in a game that you never signed up for. And I feel like you may have gone through a lot of abandonment, a lot of rejection, not fitting into these principles, but always having to show up anyway, because that's what you do when you're a part of a church. This could have been organized religion as well, Christianity. But I am seeing a part of your energy always walks out of the church. That is what I feel. You are always walking out of the church because you know you don't want to be a part of this energy. You want to create your own. And I feel like your religious trauma is literally saying to you, stop sitting in rooms that abandoned you. Stop sitting in rooms that rejected your energy and who you are. Stop rejecting yourself is what I feel. And I see you are literally daring to create a new way for yourself. You are literally moving through the rhythm of your own currency, your own frequency. And I see that you are slowly detaching from a lot of values that you once held within witchcraft, within religion, within who you are. And I feel like some of you are even connecting with your witchcraft again. You're connecting with the earth, the principles of who you are. And you know what I feel? I just feel like it's almost as if your soul is literally calling you. And look, we have death energy here in a boat. This is literally it. You are literally being called slowly, like your soul is telling you to leave this environment. Leave the religion that does not serve you. Release belief systems that do not uphold who you are and follow your own calling. That is what your religious trauma is shining a light on. It is saying you do not have to be abandoned in a place that does never see you. You can choose to exit the whole timeline altogether. And I feel like for a long time you felt very soulless in this energy. And I feel like even when you connected with witchcraft, or you connected with the earth anyway, your own belief systems, you literally felt 10 times lighter and brighter. Like you felt freedom. And this is it. You are not supposed to be chained down to anyone else's ways. You are not supposed to be told, like, this is what you need to do in order to fit in. That is exactly what you are rejecting, because you never felt home in these places. And your religious trauma isn't just about religion. It's about the very environment that you grew up in, that did not serve you, that you did not feel home in. You are exiting these old places that do not add value to you. Three of Pentacles. And you are growing. You are creating your own community. You are creating your own lifeline, your own abundance. You are literally exiting this old energy. You are daring to wander into the earth again. Your wolf energy is awakening here. The wolf is literally showing you how you can choose bravery and courage to create freedom for yourself. You are becoming your own leader of the pack. You are saying, like, I was never supposed to fly with the other birds. Like, I'm a dragon. You are saying, I'm a dragon. You are leaving something. You are leaving this religious trauma in the past once and for all. And you are saying, I do not belong here anymore. And I feel like you've done a lot of the healing work. The only thing that you needed to exit now was permission that you deserve to create something for yourself. I love and appreciate you, pile 2. Pile 3. Let's take a look at your religious trauma. So the first thing I feel is your soul around religion was really caged up, is what I feel. I'm seeing this cave, right? Is almost as if like the energy is literally trying to break you free from this cage. I feel like for such a long time you were caged in your beliefs, in your energy. You were caged in doorways that you never chose for yourself. You were kept into systems that just never really matched your value. And I'm seeing it is time for you to exit this cave. And a part of your energy releasing this religious trauma is actually very bittersweet, because it also means maybe leaving a part of you that once did enjoy the religion that you were in. I don't know if this is religion, or if this is witchcraft, or if this is like parting with an old energy in terms of spirituality even. But I see that you're exiting. You are exiting the doorway here. Whether it be to religious trauma, or whether it be to people, to other systems and values. And it's almost as if you're starting with a clean slate. And I actually see that your energy is very godlike. It is very independent. It requires no need for other people's leadership. It requires only a free spirit. And this is the energy that you're entering. You are releasing a lot of this trapped energy that you felt, and you are exiting so you can begin a new energy. And I feel like there is actually a very big new adventure that is beginning within you. But I feel like your religious trauma, like you are someone that is like a spiritual philosopher. You are someone here to discover life. You are here to discover new antidotes, is what I'm hearing. Like you are very smart. You are supposed to be very free. And I feel like the religion that you've maybe been stuck in, or this cycle as a whole, has taught you to stay very caged down to what you know. And again, I don't think this is necessarily just terrible. For some of you, the trauma is real and you hated every second of it. But I also feel like there is another portion of you that didn't hate every second of it. It was just something that you were used to. Because I do see someone in a religion that it was like their life for a long time. It could be an organized religion that you were born into, and it had its pros and cons, but it also had some pros for you. It gave you light, it gave you direction. This could even be when it comes to deities and gods, right? Even like spirituality as a whole. It gave you light for a long time, But I feel like you've hit the borderland on it. And it's like, do you cross into this new world now? Do you discover more? Do you go and create your own discoveries? And this is what you are creating. And it doesn't necessarily mean discoveries in religion or spirituality. It just means you're no longer being caged down. You're a free spirit. You can come and go as you please. You can practice as much as you want. You don't need to be in initiation. You don't need to be stuck to these old cycles. You are creating your own with whatever direction that you enter. That is what I feel. Tell me more about Pole 3's religious trauma here. Yeah, look. You are a very lone spirit, I feel. And I feel like for a long time you needed this external light to be able to show you the way. I feel like a part of this religion kind of saved you in a way. It kind of taught you what you needed to. Spirituality taught you what you needed to. Or maybe spirituality has finally shed the light that you've always needed out of this religion. But I almost feel like you feel very soulless. Like you feel trapped. And I feel like I'm even hearing addictions here. I'm hearing like addictions could have been a thing, or like bad times in your life, depression. And I feel like they led you to where they needed to, but you are ready to transition into more. You're ready to leave a lot of your trauma behind, actually. But I feel like for a long time you were very trapped in this trauma. You felt trapped into these cycles or these homes, these churches, these environments that kind of like you had to stay in. It may even be that you sacrificed your energy for another person. I just feel like you held this belief that like you had to save everyone else. And it's like no one exited, no one got to meet the exit, but somehow you found it. And it wasn't even just through luck, it was through your own light that was shining. And I feel like you are ready to kind of expand your wings here. You're ready to release what everyone else wants, and you're ready to go and live your life for you. So I do see a lot of your religious trauma had you trapped in this cycle. It had you very burdensome, but at the same time, and for some of you, it saved you. It helped you release a lot of this external weight. But I feel like you've woken up in this tower now, and you're realizing, I don't need this anymore. It's time for me to leave. And I see that you are making your exit. Look, you are choosing a new direction for yourself. You're choosing new wealth, new partnerships. You're choosing to stop relying on everyone else's kind of doctrines, right? And you are expanding and creating your own. There is so much expansion here around your belief system. You're entering a time of wisdom, but not in terms of hermit, in terms of ecstasy, in terms of freedom, in terms of it's time to lead the garden. It is time for me to explore and create for myself. And I feel like there was a part of you, even up until now, that needed permission to do this. I don't know if you feel like you're a bad person for choosing yourself, or you feel like you still need this like crutch is what I'm hearing, but you don't. You are ready to be free. You have gained the knowledge that you need to, and it's time for you to walk into your new evolution of life, where you create your own light, where you explore yourself, you explore others, you explore the world. It is almost time for your heart to open up fully. And once it does, it is going to create ecstasy here. It is going to create new freedom. It is going to heal you in ways that you've never been healed before. I love and appreciate you, Pole 3. I hope that was helpful.